They call me the Hebrew stranger, walking in the face of danger. In my ranger, I don't worship no nativity manger. Shalom, shalom, everyone. Welcome to Strangers Among Israel. I want to start out by giving all the praise and glory to the Most High, the Holy One of Israel, Yahuwah Elohim. I want to give a shout out to all of Israel worldwide, to the stranger of a contrite spirit. So today, it was put upon me to put together a video entitled Seeking the Most High. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and kick it into high gear, fam. We're going to go ahead and start with Isaiah 55, verses 6 through 7. And it reads, Seek Elohim while you can call out, while God is near. Let the wicked give up their ways, the sinful their plans. Let each one turn back to God, so as to be pardoned, to our God who freely forgives. So you see, fam, the Most High does forgive, but we got to be in alignment with what the Father asks us to do, and that is to follow Torah, literally, and Him only. This does not include JC or any other gods out there. So another thing too, verse 6, seek him while you can be found. Now there's going to be a time where he ain't going to be found, and that's when terror will set in on folks because they did not do their due diligence in seeking him. So part of this video is I'm going to share some of my experiences as well too, to help others come to the Most High, repent, and do what they need to do. So with that being said, let's go to Deuteronomy 13. Let's see here. 13 verses 5. And I'm reading out of the Safaria app. And it reads, It is your God, Yahuwah alone, whom you should follow, whom you should revere, whose commandments you should observe, whose orders you should heed, whom you should worship, and to whom you should hold fast. Now, this is Torah. This is what the Father wants of each individual person to do, is turn back to Him only. His name appears there, no one else's. Don't add to it and don't take away from it. You read it for what it is, fam. Don't get mixed with this theological approach that the JC was here from the beginning of time, because that's just a crock of BS. All right, we're going to keep it 100. Let's go to Deuteronomy 20. Let's see here. Again, this is Torah. You must revere Yahuwah, the Most High. Only your God shall you worship. To God shall you hold fast, and by God's name shall you swear. Everything is just one God, fam. I'm telling you. This is what it means to seek the Most High only. All right, we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 4 through 5. Hear, O Israel, Yahuwah is God alone. Are you hearing that? His name appears there, and he's telling you that he is alone. Not three in one. All right? Or anybody attached to him. No one. Let's go ahead into verse 5. You shall love your God, Yahuwah, with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. Basically, your very existence. Excuse me. And when you do that, this leaves room for no one else, nothing, and no one. All right. So, part of this video, I wanted to share briefly how I kind of came up through this journey of the Father only. So, as a child, I was in Christianity. My mom dabbled in the Catholic Church and the Jehovah's Witness. Um, and of course, I got dragged along with it. Um, and I always knew as growing up that there was something wrong. Something wasn't adding up. I felt called, like some would say. I just couldn't put my finger on it. So I did believe what the Word had to say. I believed what God, which is what I known Him at that time, that we are to seek Him. So that is exactly what I did. I seeked Him for years and years and years. So I ended up in the Methodist Church. The same thing. Something was wrong. Nothing. I jumped into different denominations. So Methodist, Baptist, Pentecostal, non-denominational. Nothing was fulfilling my purpose. All of it was wrong. And it did help me grow some, but this was the training, to a certain degree, I would say, because, in Christianity, in order to keep something, or people attached, you have to mix truth with lies. So it wasn't until my adulthood that I started just literally taking the word for in a literal sense, and that's when things started changing. I didn't add or take away. Let me just backtrack. I do have theological training, so I know what these pastors teach. I know what these so-called philosophers or theologians teach. I learned dispensational theology. Now, keep in mind, there's different type of theologies that is taught in Christianity, such as replacement theology, where they teach that Christians have taken over the spot for Israel. Which, when you just read for yourself, not with anybody's influence, you'll see that that is 100% false. And that's one of the things I'll show here. So yeah, I do have biblical training. As a matter of fact, I got kicked out of one of the schools for questioning. So, so there's just a little bit of my growth and seeking the Most High with all my heart, and until I ended up coming out of Christianity, I would never step foot back into Christianity. It's impossible, nor do I have any interest. So here I am now, back to the foundation, to the principle, to the Most High only. So in seeking the Most High was allowing me to find Him, just as His word says. Seek me, you shall find me. So let's keep it moving, fam. Let's see, because I do have a little checklist here that I wanted to talk to you guys about. A lot of people and a lot of religions say they believe in God and this and that. Now, Islam says they came out of scriptures, just like Christianity. Um, so it's silly to say that God answers your prayers when you're not even believing in the God of Israel alone. So when we go to Deuteronomy chapter 7, let's see what the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, has to say. So let's see here. Deuteronomy 7, verses 9 through 11. Know therefore that only your God, Yahuwah, is God. All right, you hear that? The steadfast God who keeps the divine covenant faithfully to the thousandth generation of those who love Him and keep the divine commandments. So let me stop right there real quick. If you are a Christian, even a non Christian, if you don't love the true God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's one. Two, if you are not following his commandments, this is what he has to say to you. Verse 10, but who instantly requits with destruction those who reject God, never slow with those who reject, but requiting them instantly. You're going to be destroyed. Let's see, verse 11. Therefore, observe faithfully the instruction, Torah, the laws, and the rules which with which I charge you today. So, unless you're keeping these commandments, the Father has no love for you. Okay? When Christianity tells you that God so loved the world, that's not true. That is not true at all. And as I keep going, I will show you this. Um, let's go to uh, Proverbs chapter 28, verse 10. Let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry, verse 9. Um, this goes hand in hand with the verse that I just mentioned to you guys earlier, which is Deuteronomy 7, 9 through 11. So a lot of people says, oh, but JC, this, the Muslims say another thing. Everybody's saying something. Everybody wants to be part of this world, but not do the duties of keeping the commandments, which is the duty of man. And then they say that the Father answers their prayers. But let me tell you, what the Father, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, really has to say. That's all that matters here. He who turns a deaf ear to instruction, his laws, his prayer is an abomination. So, if you are not keeping the law, and this is straight from the Father's mouth, the creator of all, your prayer is an abomination. He's not going to answer you. So then the next question is, who's doing the answering? That's where you should be concerned. That's where the scary part sets in. I'm telling you, the Father don't love you if you're not keeping the commandments, okay? And you're an abomination. Your prayers, you know. Let's keep on trucking here. So, um, and look, a little insight of how I conduct uh, my home with my family. We don't do no holidays at all, not even a little bit. No Christmas, no Thanksgiving, no New Year's, no birthdays, none of that. Why? Because it is not biblical, not one of them, none of them. So, and we keep the commandments as best as we can because Israel is still in captivity. And so there's only so much you can do here until the Most High takes us back to the land. Okay? So, and just because I said that, I don't want no one to say, "Oh, what do you see? He's not even keeping the laws." If you understand Tanakh, then you will understand that there's, for example, the sacrificial system cannot be into play because we are not in the land. And what is the covenant? The Ten Commandments. Go ahead and read it and weep it. All right, go. Let's um, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 10. Let's see. Chapter 10, dun, 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 verse 2. Thus saith Yahuwah, learn not the way of the heathen. You are a heathen if you are not following the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, of Jacob, and Jacob. If you are not following the true God, you are a heathen. No matter how you paint it, you're still a pig. And we're just keeping it real, fam. And we know that the Father hates swine. So let that marinate. Um, Now, it is also crucial for the bloodline, those have any attachments to the real Israel, um, because all of Tanakh is about one family that comes from Jacob, and of course the stranger that attaches themselves to Israel of a contrite spirit. No one else, Christians, Muslims, no one is replacing Israel, literally. Okay, and it's important to know who your God is, Israel. So let's go to let me see, Isaiah 45 verses 18, and it reads, "For thus saith Yahuwah that created the heavens." Who created the heavens? Yahuwah only. God Himself that formed the earth. That's one. Yahuwah only. And made it. He hath established it. He created it, not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am Yahuwah, the Most High, and there is none else. I mean, I'm telling you guys better wake up, man. This is plain and simple. There's no need to do any theological assassination to these verses. You read it for what it is, you take it for what it is, and that's it. There's no gray area. Because if you keep listening to your pastors, to these theologians, I'm telling you, you're going to be destroyed along with them. We're going to keep going. Verse 9, I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye, I'm sorry, oh my gosh, I can't even speak. Seek ye me in vain. I am Yahuwah. Speak righteousness. I declare things that are right. Okay? He's not telling you to seek Him in vain. It's obviously for a purpose. Go ahead and we're going to go ahead and read up to 22. So verse 20, assemble yourselves and come, draw near together. Are you hearing this, Israel? If you know who you are, this is a command from the Most High. Ye that are escaped of the nations, they have no knowledge, that set up the wood of their graven image and pray unto a God that cannot save. You know, let that marinate, fam. Verse 21, tell ye and bring them near. Yeah, let them take counsel together. Who hath declared this from ancient times? Question mark. Who hath told it from that time? Question mark. Have not I, Yahuwah? And there is no God else beside me. And there is no God else beside me. A just God and a Savior. There is none beside me. He tells you His name. He's doing the saving. He's doing the creating. What else do you want? How are you going to just plug in JC or anybody else in this? That's foolish. And that's wicked, because now you're adding to the word. I think I would go on to 22. Look unto me and be ye saved. Look unto who? The Most High Yahuwah Elohim, and you shall be saved. Not JC. All the ends of the earth, for I am God, and there is none else. Man, think about what the Most High is saying. And when it comes to, let me see, those that say, believe in replacement theology, and maybe I'll break that apart one day. As simple as this: Christians are not replacing anybody, because the covenant was not made with them. They can keep their heathen JC. Let's see what Isaiah 14:1 says to confirm that. For Yahuwah will have mercy on Jacob. Who? Jacob, not Christians. and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. So let's go back. And where it says, for Yahuwah will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, fam. Just read for what it is. All right. Um, Moving along, trying to finish in the next 10 minutes. If you feel called, how they say, or how can I say, looking for a sign, this is your sign. It's time to stop messing around. It's time to get down to business. Seek the Most High only. He's the creator, the savior. He's the one that made the covenant with Israel and the strangers. Turn back to him. So, the next thing that I'm going to say might be controversial to some, but if you feel chosen, called, however you want to put it, to seek the Most High, like I said, this is your sign. And there might be a reason why. For one, you might have the ancestral of Israel, the lineage of Israel, Judah, Ephraim. I say that because some people are going to get offended, but don't get offended, fam. Be open-minded because of what I'm going to show you next. This is not me trying to twist anything. I'm reading it for what it is. All right, so we're going to go to Jeremiah 31. Let's see here. It says, behold, the days come, saith Yahuwah, that I will sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beast. Now, just like you read it, but let me break it down here. The word sow, Zara. Do yourself a favor and check out what the Hebrew word means. It means sperm, to impregnate, okay? To pass on DNA. So here is telling you that Israel and the house of Judah will be mixed, okay? Doesn't mean that they're going to be completely mixed out, but it just tells you that they're going to be mixed, okay? Now, let's go to another one. Let's go to Hosea chapter 7, Ephraim. It says, it's Hosea chapter 7, verse 8. Ephraim, he has mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. So, this, read it, because it's very important. Because even Ephraim was mixed, Judah's mixed, Israel's mixed, everybody's mixed. And some say that if you're not mixed, you're not even fulfilling prophecy. So obviously when you make a pancake and you're cooking it in one side, if you leave it too long, one side is burnt and the other side is not. So let that marinate. Basically, obviously we know Israel was all melanated people. Now, according to this, the melanin, I'm sure it's still there, but it's less melanated. And same could be said about Judah and Israel. Now, I will say that the bulk is still melanated, like I said, but there are ancestral ties that have caused them to be less melanated. So, and This is the reason why you might be feeling called, because you might have ancestral ties to Ephraim, Judah, Israel. So let's not be close-minded and you know not say otherwise. Um, and that's a big reason to seek the Most High. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your ancestors for turning their back on the Most High. You owe it to yourself. There's a covenant, people. So I need you guys to wake up. And not only that, let's go to something interesting too. We're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 29. Now the stranger, 29 verses 10 through 15. Let's see. Ye stand this day, all you, before Yahuwah, your God, your captains of your tribes, your elders, your officers, with all the men of Israel, your little ones, your wives, and thy strangers. That word strangers, the convert stranger, that is in thy camp, from the hewer of thy wood unto the drawer of thy water, that thou should enter into the covenant with Yahuwah thy God, and his oath which Yahuwah thy God maketh with thee. So the strangers also made a covenant with the Most High. And if you have ancestral ties to these strangers, this is why you're feeling called and chosen to seek the Most High. Okay? And let's keep on reading here. Verses 13, that he may establish thee today for a people unto himself, and that he may be unto thee a God, as he hath said unto thee, and as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Neither with you only do I make this covenant and this oath, but with him that standeth here with us this day before Yahuwah our God, and also with him that is not here with us this day, future tense, all those that turn back to the Most High, Israel, Judah, Ephraim, the strangers, and all those that are hearing this for the first time. There's still hope for you. Turn back to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the creator of this world, the creator of everything that your eye sees, touch, and feels. No one else did this. Only the Most High. Not JC. This is your purpose. This is the duty of man. Shalom.